Well, howdy folks, welcome along. How are you all doing today? Hope everyone is very well. My name is Ed. You join me here as I'm heading back down to the yard actually. Heading back over to Henry's. We're going to pick up we've got a demo tractor in today. It's the first time I'm going to be using it. It's an option for us for one of the new machines we're going to bring to the fleet. Right now we're just down to one machine, only one Fendt. There is a lot of talk that we might be looking at like a bigger Fendt, a 930, but we're also doing a little bit of other investigation really, just to see what's out there, see what else we can find, and there's a couple of different dealers nearby, so we're gonna have a look in to see what those guys have got. We're actually gonna be knocking down a little bit of grass, which should be good. But this guy is going extraordinarily slowly for some reason. Let's get past you. So yeah, we've got the demo is all hooked up to our mowers, and we're going to go and have a bit of a go on it this afternoon just to see what it looks like, really see how it works. And then once that's done, I have got a little bit of pre-emergent herbicide to put down just to stop any. I'm starting to get a few broadleaf weeds coming through on that spring wheat that was drilled, and so I want to get that knocked down really, whilst I can now. So if I mow the grass down at least, then that can kind of dry out, and then we'll jump onto the sprayer, and then I think Henry wants to get that baled up tomorrow. All being well, I don't know if he wants to make hay or silage or whatever he wants to do, but I'm sure he'll let me know. So yeah, we're gonna have a look into that one. I'm gonna turn to here and I'll show you the new machine. It's just parked around the corner here. I was out in the Manitou this morning. That's a lovely little machine to use. Really, really nice. Bringing back over the pigs with that. And here it is. We have got ourselves a case. I got myself a Puma. This is a 240, and it's actually a really nice machine. Very, very nice. So yeah, this is a case 240. It's a little bit more than 240 horse. I think this is around 270, 280. It's certainly in that ballpark. But yeah, we've got the front and rear mower on the back here, and it's actually a really nice machine. Very, very nice. It's in the ballpark of the size of horsepower we'll be looking for a bigger machine, that's for sure. Maybe 300 would be the kind of the top out limit there, I guess. But we're going to be looking at this, and I think there's a John Deere and a Fendt that Henry's also got his eye on, so we'll have to see how that comes along. But yeah, ultimately very nice machine. Let's get started up. Now I think I hooked all this up earlier. I think I got all the hydraulics sorted out there, so we should be good. All the spool valves are working. I like the center console here. I like how it's all on my armrest. I think that works very well for us. Actually, it's very ergonomic, and that works very nice to use. And so what we're going to do? Got my beacons on. All right, let's just get ourselves back around. So the field we're going to is actually not far away from us, from my house at all actually. We're going back up the way we came. But it shouldn't take us too long to get there. This is quite a long load when you get onto the road with the rear mower and the front mower on there. It's does kind of all stick out a little bit. But we'll manage it, we'll just take our time. Excellent. I know Henry was looking at the fast track. I think he was talking to about a 4240. The Fendt we're going to look at, I think the fast track's been ruled out now purely because the Fendt we're going to look at has pretty much the same road speed. It's about 1 mile an hour difference. So kind of made it, if we're going for, if road speed alone was an issue or a requirement, then the Fendt kind of rules that out. So we'll see. And the Fendt's obviously a lot more practical in the field, really, from personal experience. But we'll see. I am a big JCB fan, but if the man who's spending the money at the end of the day, if he wants to go for something different, then he wants to go for something different. It's a nice smooth ride though. Really do like this. You can see the fields that we've sprayed off already. Got a lot of weeds and the sugar beet killed off there. They're going to die away now, so we can actually get in and probably sugar beet's a while off yet, but we have a field of potatoes here. Henry put a lot of root crops in as kind of a break crop there, so we need to get those pulled out so we can get more cereal crops in. Gets back on with some wheat and barley there, but that shouldn't be too far away. And we're just going to mow this field on the left. It's a pain to mow. It's an absolute pain to mow because it's full of bushes. But we'll get this knocked down anyway. There's a fair bit of grass in here. It's actually not looking too bad at all. No, we'll just swing into here. Okay, so we need to make sure we're all set up. In terms of mowing it, I'm just going to stay on this side of this kind of line of hedges. The other side is a bit stony, a bit bumpy in places, and I don't want to smash up the mower at all. So we'll just fold that one down, turn this around. Now the mower's on hydraulics. I got this one hooked up to the, I think it's the second from the right. So we'll just pull that one around. We've got a fair mowing distance here actually. We should be able to cover quite a bit of ground in one hit. Shouldn't be a problem at all. There we go. And then... okay, let's get ourselves in position here. That's the rear mower all fired up. There goes the front, get you lowered down. Excellent stuff. Alright, we're not going to worry too much about setting up the program on the onboard computer here. I can have that all set up off the joystick there, so when I lift up the headland it kills revs, for example. And automates when the front mower and the rear mower go down, but for what we're going to do here, we're just going to kind of get cracking with it really. And we'll play around with that the more time we get with this machine. We don't have it for the longest period of time, so where possible I gotta kind of just be a bit more practical really, and just get used to see how the machine works. And we'll get this all knocked down. I'm going to find myself spinning and navigating around all of these different bushes, but we'll figure that one out and we'll see what we can get done here. And then we need to, yeah, we'll let it dry out for a day. It's quite a thin crop in places, so it shouldn't take too long to dry out at all before it's ready to roll. Oh, we'll just cut inside there and then get the rake in, get this all baled up. That can be the first use of the baler for me as well, which would be nice. And yeah, it'd be really good to actually get some good progress here and get some real farming done now. I see a lot of the barley and the cereal crops around here are starting to turn. They shouldn't be too far off there. That's going to need desiccating to get rid of all of those weeds in there. That's brutal. But we will get around to that at some stage. And yeah, we've got a few contract jobs coming up as well. I've actually got some spraying of our own to do once we finish this mowing, and some spraying for a contractor to do. Although I think Henry might be out to start that one today. And we'll see how that goes, because I'm in here. Obviously he can jump into my fence there and get that rolling. But yeah, we're going to start this a lot of I think there's a fair bit of mowing to do, and sooner rather than later we may actually see that there's some combining to do, so we'll have to get going with that one. But yeah, lots to do here. Henry seems to be at the moment going through a bit of a machine overhaul. There were a lot more machines in the yard than we have right now. And so that makes it a little bit trickier when trying to find out what we've got to use and what we've got to work with. I don't really know at the moment when all the new machines are coming in, so we need to figure that one out, and I need to have a chat with them. But once we know, then we'll be able to see where this goes, and I think there might even be some more hired help coming in as well, which would be great, just to kind of relieve the pressure, particularly if we get one more tractor. Then obviously we're going to need another. Ooh, this is going to be tight. We're going to need another driver for that machine. This is probably one of the most unorthodox fields I've ever mowed. But anyway, we're getting through it. We're knocking it down. That's all that matters, really. Yeah, it's coming along quite nicely there. We'll just take ourselves back up to the edge here. As you can see, it's a little bit thin in places there, but we'll make the most of it. This hasn't really had anything on it. It's had no treatment of any sort, so it is just kind of naturally growing. So from input standpoint there, the costs are minimal, which is always good. And we'll just tidy that bit up there that I missed. Before we go too far, I just want to stop here. Press the wrong button on my spool valve there. Let's get back and lower that down. Just want to check to make sure that everything is looking level. Seems to be for the most part. Yeah, not looking too bad at all. I tell you, give Case one thing, it's a good looking tractor is this 240. It really is. Very nice machine there. It's from a operation standpoint so far, it's been very comfortable to drive. I've had no problems with it at all. So very intrigued by this one. I know that the Case dealership is a little bit closer than the John Deere, so that always factors in. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, so far it's a very nice looking machine. But we're going to continue rolling around here. We'll see how much of this we can get done, and then once we're all kind of through, we'll come back to you and see what's going on. Well, welcome back, folks. We have just about finished. This was a pretty awkward little paddock to do. It's not really a field, I don't think, but yeah, it is done. It's gonna be annoying to rake, but hey, never mind. It's all done now, and we're gonna head back over to the yard there. So we're just gonna let these mowers spin down. We'll head this way, I think, and let's fold that one back around. That's great. So many little bushes and things in the way here that I had to go around and round, but hey, we're in there. We've probably got about well, there won't be 15 acres of grass there. There'll be somewhere less than that, but it's hey, it's a start. And we're gonna go before that car because it looks like it's going slowly. Tractor has handled it wonderfully. It's been a very nice drive, actually. Very nice and easy to use. Everything on the joystick here, which I've really enjoyed. Nice and smooth operation as well. So that is all great. We're going to try. We've got this for another day, so we're going to try and do a variety of work with it. Really, I think. We'll see what else is coming through there, but. On the mowers with the front PTO as well, it's handled it without a blip, so that's always very nice to see. They're very smooth as well, nice and bright, a lot of visibility in here. So yeah, ultimately it's just very nice. So we'll have to see what else we can find to use this with, but I'm sure we'll find something. I'm not going to take the sprayer off the fence because that's just a different issue, and it takes a bit of time to do that. But what we do need to figure out is if we have enough chemicals here, enough herbicides here. So we'll wait and see on that front. What we will do is now, we'll just take this back down to the yard. We'll probably unhook the mowers because I don't think we have any more grass work to do yet. So we'll just drop these off into the shed and see what other trouble we can get ourselves into. But yeah, very impressed with this so far. It's a really nice machine. Very nice indeed. It's certainly going to be one of our favourite options, that's for sure. And we'll swing back into here. We might even just get straight onto the sprayer and just leave this for now. Stop you about that. There we go. So yeah, ultimately very impressed. I've probably left my lights on. I always do that. 200, like I say, around 260, 70 horsepower, I do believe. If that is indeed the case, it would pull our drill, no problem at all. We could probably increase the size of the plow and the cultivation equipment we have as well from 6 meters up, I would say. It would provide a little bit more weight for that Justin trailer as well. But so at the moment, there's definitely no equipment that we'd struggle with. Let's put it that way. We can jump back into the case here, into the fence even. Okay, so this is in need of some... we need to fill the hopper up on this one, actually. So we do need to go and think about where we're going to get the Bowser from, where we can get some chemicals, get some herbicides into here. And so that's something we can probably pick up and continue. I will go and see what we can do, and then we'll come back to you later on, I think. Alright then, folks, we are down at the BGA. I spoke to Henry here, and he said that we use their, at the moment at least, whilst we don't have our own storage facility, we use in their herbicide storage down here. So We're filling up the coolant sprayer. We're going to jump out of the field there and put some pre-em down. It's, at the moment there, it's not looking too bad across the bulk of the field. It's just in a few places in the corner. So what we want to do is try and prevent it from getting too bad, too widespread. So that's why we're just going to jump on it now whilst we can. And that's good enough. And then we can kind of leave it to be for a while, to be honest. So we'll jump around the corner here. Nice and close as well for us, really. It's ideal as we're just jumping into this field here. We're going to start in the top corner though by the road and take off that leading edge. But yeah, other than that, it's a nice dry field right now there. I walked across it earlier. It's almost bone dry, which is weird. We've had some great weather over the last few weeks there, so it's really allowing us to get into the fields where we need to. We're just going to jump straight into here. Do a bit of that. Let's get this done. Load. Very smooth, nice mechanism on the sprayer there. That looks great. Okay, and all done. Perfect stuff. Alright, well, we're going to get close into the headland there, and then we're away. So we're going to keep rumbling through here. It's not going to take me too long to get this field covered, I should think, and then we'll be able to crack on, see what's left in store, really, for us. I need to see what the condition of the rake is. Where the rake's parked, actually. Some of our equipment isn't yet back at this yard. It's been moved away for storage. I think Henry's angling to try and get another shed put up over the next year, just to store the rest of our equipment in here, so we can keep it all in one place. But as it stands right now, we don't have that, so that's something he can look into, I'm sure, and we'll see how that one develops over time. What we will do right now, though, is continue this, and I will leave you and bid you farewell for the rest of the day. Do enjoy yourself. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Simulation for the Nation, who very kindly agrees to host everything. And we will see you in the next one. So until then, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing. I have been Ed, your tractor driver, and we will see you in the next one.